Birds flying high, you know how I feel. Sun in the sky, you know how I feel. Breeze drifting on by, you know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me. And I'm feeling good. Fish in the sea, you know how I feel. A river running free, you know how I feel. Blossom on a tree, you know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me. And I'm feeling good. Dragonfly out in the sun, you know what I mean, don't you know it? Butterflies all having fun, you know what I mean. Sleep in peace when day is done, and that's what I mean. And this whole world, and this old world, is a new world for me. Stars, when they shine, you know what they mean. The scent of a pine, you know how I feel. Oh, freedom is in mine, and I know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life, it's a new life for me. And I'm feeling so good. I'm feeling so good. Feels so good. Feeling so good. John, thank you, John. So, the story starts across the river in New Jersey. Is New Jersey here? Hello, New Jersey. Hello, New Jersey. And this is where we begin. So if you know the words to this song, especially if you're all from New Jersey, then I expect you to all sing along with me, please. Teardrops on the city bed, Scooter searching for his groove. Seems like the whole world walking pretty and you can't find the room to move. Well, everybody better get over that song, 'cause I'm running on the bad side, yeah, I got my back to the wall. A 10th Avenue freeze out, a 10th Avenue freeze out. Well, I was stranded in the jungle trying to take in all the heat that was given. Oh, well, then I was dark on the sidewalk, walking light with the light of the living. And from a tenement window, a transistor blast, turn around. around the corner, things got real, start real fast. I walked into a 10th Avenue freeze out. A 10th Avenue freeze out. When I'm all alone, I'm on my own. You know I'm on my own. I'm on my own. And I can't go home. When the change was made uptown, when the big man joined the band. From the coastline to the city, all the little pretties ways their hand. I'm gonna sit right back, easy and laugh, while Scooter and the big man put the city in a headlock. A 10th Avenue freeze out. 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 Woo, all right, thank you. My goodness. Hey, everybody. How are you all doing today? Thank you. You guys look beautiful and amazing, and I won't even say it because I'll start to cry. I'm superly overwhelmed by you all being here today. And thank you so much. I called the show Unfinished Business because there's some stuff we need to talk about here tonight. This is John Urban on piano, who is like piano master on piano. So thank you so much, John. Thank you. Yeah, so I'm a little long-winded, as many of you know, so bear with me. I have nowhere to go, and I hope it's a Sunday night. It's hot out, so you have nowhere to go either, because you're stuck now here with me. But if you as we sing a bunch of these songs, clap and sing and dance and do whatever you want. It makes yourself feel comfortable. Stare at me, whatever you want to do out there. But it's our space here together tonight. And the more you drink, of course, the better I end up sounding as the night goes on. So that's even better and better as the night goes on. So I'm going to just sing the weirdest mix of music ever. I've just put a bunch of stuff together that I want to sing. I have no right to sing probably half of the songs that I'm going to sing, but we're going to do them regardless. We don't care. We're just doing it. We're just singing whatever we want. And we're going to put some songs together that have never been put together again in their entire history of the world. I promise you that much. So yeah, I started in New Jersey, obviously, and my parents are Greg and Rose, and they were very, very cool music kind of people. They were way, way cooler than I ended up actually becoming when it comes to music. As a kid growing up, my mom was like a hippie. So my mom loved Janis and Jimmy, and she loved The Doors, and she loves Carly Simon, and and my dad loved the folk scene of like Jim Croce and Harry Chapin and horns like Chicago and Earth, Wind and Fire. And I remember as a kid putting on like big headphones and them listening and playing all of those music for me and my brother. Well, when I turned 10 years old for Christmas, I got a karaoke machine, and the karaoke machine came with a demo tape. And the demo tape was two different artists, one artist on one side and one artist on the other. Now, the one side did not strike my fancy. I did not like this side at all. And it was, no offense to everyone from Brooklyn and people, but the one side was the hits of Neil Diamond. And that did not do it for me. But the other side changed everything when I pressed play. And then I knew what I wanted to be when I grew up. And if you know me, I'm sure my brother knows, there's one person that I've wanted to sing and have tried to sing like forever, and I'm unapologetically going to say that it is the one and only Mr. Barry Manilow. That is right. That is it. And that is the reason why I really started singing. So here's a little trip down memory lane of a couple of the people that influenced me and the music that I wanted to sing as a little kid. You can sing along to this song. I mean, come on, for real. remember all my life, raining down as cold as ice. Shadows of a man, a face through a window, crying in the night. The night goes into morning, just another day. Happy people pass my way. Looking in their eyes, I see a memory. I never realized how happy you made me, oh Mandy. Well, you came and you gave without taking, but I sent you away, oh Mandy. Well, you kissed me and stopped me from shaking, and I need you today, oh Mandy. Yesterday's a dream, now I face the morning, crying on a breeze. The pain is calling, oh Mandy. Well, you came and you gave without taking, but I sent you away, oh Mandy. Well, you kissed me and stopped me from shaking, and I need you today, oh Mandy. And then I realized there's other music out there, and I found a little bit of a love for this guy and a little R&B music here. This is for camp. This one's for you. Luther Vandross can sing. He can sing. I can't fool myself, I don't want nobody else to ever love me. You are my shining star, my guiding light, my love fantasy. There's not a minute, hour, day or night that I don't love you. You're at the top of my list, cause I'm always thinking of you. I still remember in the days when I was scared to touch you, how I spent my day dreaming, planning how to say I love you. You must have known that I had feelings deep enough to swim in. That's when you opened up your heart and you told me to come in. Oh my love, 1,000 kisses from you is never enough, and I just don't wanna stop. Oh my love, a million days in your arms is never enough, and I just don't wanna. It's too much, never too much, never too much, never too much. And then I think I heard the best singer I ever heard in my generation for sure. And she's my favorite. And so we just played along with this little version of the song. And this song was made famous, of course, by Miss Whitney Houston. Oh, it's you, I know. You're the one I dream of. Look into my eyes, takes me to the clouds above. Oh, I lose control, just can't seem to get enough. When I wake from dreaming, tell me, is this really love? How will I know asking you, 'cause you know about these things. How will I know if you're thinking of me? I try to phone, but I'm too shy, can't speak. Falling in love is so bittersweet. This love is strong, why do I feel weak? Wake me, I'm shaking. I wish I had you near me now. Oh, there's no mistaking what I feel is really love. How will I know if you're thinking of me? I try to phone, but I'm too shy, can't speak. Falling in love is so bittersweet. This love is strong, why do I feel weak? If you love me, if you love me not, if you love me, if you love me not. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So, that's the music that I loved. Not that version. Woo, can you imagine if 10 years old? That would be a downer. So I have this family who loves music too. And, coming from a good little Italian Jersey family, there's like an affinity for Frank Sinatra, right? So, so what happened is, there was a VHS tape that circulated around, and at one point, Frank Sinatra did pay-per-view with Sammy Davis Jr. and Liza Minnelli. And I must have watched it like 500 times, like over and over and over and over and over again, to the point where my brother, who's like this big, tough cop that would be embarrassed that I just said that. He's this big, tough cop, but he secretly knows all the words to these Liza Minnelli songs because of me. He knows. Don't let Sean fool you. Right, Sean Bannon? Sorry, hi Christina, hi Sean. So what happened is, they, and there was this famous song that was on there that Kander and Ebb wrote. And I think I love the message of the song, so I'd like to sing it. So I'd like to sing it for you now. Sometimes you're happy and sometimes you're sad, but the world goes round. And sometimes you lose every nickel you had, but the world goes round. Sometimes your dreams get broken in pieces, but that doesn't alter a thing. Take it from me, there's still gonna be a summer, a winter, a fall, and a spring. And sometimes a friend starts treating you bad, but the world goes round. And sometimes your heart breaks with a deafening sound. Somebody loses and somebody wins, and one day it's kicks, then it's kicks in the shins, but the planet spins and the world goes around and around. Go ahead, John. but the world goes around. The world goes around. Sometimes your dreams get busted in pieces. Well, that doesn't alter a thing. Take it from me, there's still gonna be a summer, a winter, a fall. And sometimes a friend starts treating you bad, but the world goes around. And sometimes your heart breaks with a deafening sound. Somebody loses and somebody wins, and one day it's kicks, then it's kicks in the shins, but the planet spins and the world goes around and round and around and around and round. The world goes round and round and round and Okay, so after I learned all these little songs as a kid, I went to my parents and I told them that I didn't want to play basketball, baseball, or football anymore, shockingly, and I decided I wanted to sing and act and all of that fun stuff. So my parents did what all good parents do when you live in New Jersey, is they took you to a mall, because that's what you do, right? That's what we've got. We've got lots of malls. And my parents took me to the Bergen Mall, and my first music teacher was this lady named Carol Naso, who was like the caricature of what you think a music teacher would look like in New Jersey. She had me in white tails and a cummerbund and a red sequin hat. And we did a Christmas show, but we sang show tunes, but it was a Christmas show at the mall, because it was fun. and you know, the best part about that whole thing was that, I will give you, she gave me really good advice though, and it stuck with me. She said that at 10 years old, you had to learn the classics. So she wanted me to learn the classics, because she said if you learn the classic songs, if you learn songs in another language, if you learn legit Broadway songs then, when you get older, you'll know them. So the first song she ever taught me was Ave Maria, and I sung it like 5 million times at every wedding and funeral, God forbid. That's terrible, but I appreciated her teaching me that. And that was the first song, and this very, right, it's very serious opera piece that I'd like to do a little piece of for you now. Some of the Italian members of my family are here, and some other wonderful Italian people, so we're gonna look at the words hardcore for this, because we're not gonna just speak some random Italian. And it's very serious. Okay, it's a serious opera. La donna immobile, qual piuma al vento, muta d'accento e di pensiero. Sempre una mobile, leggiadro in viso, in pianto, in riso, e menzognero. La donna immobile, qual piuma al vento, muta d'accento. And then she taught me this, my first Broadway song. For 10 years old, but okay. My little girl, pink and white as peaches and cream is she. My little girl is half again as bright as girls were meant to be. Dozens of boys pursue her, many a likely lad does what he can to woo her from her faithful dad. She had a few pink and white young fellas of 2 and 3, but my little girl gets hungry every night, and she comes home to me. I gotta get ready before she comes. I gotta make certain that she won't be dragged up in slums with a lot of bums like me. She's gotta be sheltered and fed and dressed in the best that money can buy. I never knew how to get money, but I'll try. By God, I'll try. I'll go out and make it, or steal it, or take it, or die. Okay, so what ended up happening is, God bless Carol, because Carol knew that there was a certain point where she couldn't help me anymore. So she sent me off. Little story here. She sent me off to New York and introduced me to a man who I had no idea who he was, and I don't think any of us did. And he brought me to the Boys and Girls Harbor Conservatory, which and the guy's name was Burton Rouser, and he was auditioning people for the show Ain't Misbehaving Kids, and apparently there's no role for me in that show. So but he turned around and he said to me, "I don't have a role for you in this show, but I really like your voice, so would you like to come to my program?" I was, like I said, 12, so I didn't know what that meant. And he ended up being the person who ran the first children's musical theater program at Juilliard Preparatory School at Lincoln Center. And him and Diane Wilson created a group there, and I was a member of it. And we got to perform all over New York and did a whole bunch of work for a couple of years. And I started to really think I was going to do this and sing. Here comes the unfinished business part. So I thought that this was going to be like what I was leading up to, and started singing in high school and middle school and doing the plays and working professionally as a singer. And bless my parents, because on the weekends they drove me into New York all those years and always supported me. And Sean too, because he was there too and had to be dragged in. And one day when I was in 8th grade, I woke up and I had this swollen knee, and then that swollen knee became 2 swollen knees, and then I couldn't walk, and it became a process of being sick for 4 years. So I ended up getting meningitis caused by chronic Lyme disease that was untreated. I lived in Baltimore and with my family, and we did all sorts of treatments, hyperbaric oxygen chambers and PICC lines and all this crazy stuff. And the music stopped in a day. Done. Everything just ended. Without you, the ground thaws, the rain falls, the grass grows. Without you, the seeds root, the flowers bloom, the children play, the stars gleam, the poets dream, the eagles fly. Without you, the earth turns, the sun burns, but I die without you. And what happened was, eventually I finally think God got better. A senior in high school, never spending a regular day in high school. And for all of the people here who remember me from back then, a lot of you met me at that time. My old friends. Hello, old friends from back in that time. And I didn't know what I was supposed to do. So I went to college, not for singing, because I was scared. And I started to sing again. And that's the only thing I knew. So I got these really bad headshots with denim jacket, with frosted blonde tips. With Justin Timberlake blonde tips that you know from that time, like the curly hair. But my hair was not curly. It just was bad. And I sent them out, and I got called to Telsey Casting, and they were replacing Rent, and they asked me to come in and audition. So I went to my friend Mike's house, who's somewhere. Hi, Mike. Hi, Anthony, and hi, G, and A, and all, and Todd, and everybody from all that in that time. Ange. So everyone they all were around at that time, and Mike taught me the song One Song Glory. It was going to be one day. I got it the day before, but I was a young kid. I didn't know anything. So I learned the song, and he had like a bootleg VHS tape because there was no YouTube, and he like bought it like on the black market. Like some people are out looking for like drugs and alcohol, and Mike's looking for rent bootleg VHS tapes. Sorry, Mike. So we watched it, and then I went on the audition the next day. And they were like, okay, Robert Bannon is coming in. He's going to sing One Song Glory. And I walked in, and I knew 0 words. None of them. 0. So then the next day, I went and changed my major and became a teacher. That's a true story. Oh, no. That's kind of true. So for the sake, if you will please, to make the wrongs right, you got to put good guju in the air. I think we're just going to sing it. But the words are here, too, because just in case. So we're going to do, if you don't mind, we're going to sing that song and change that time 2 years ago when I was 18. One song, glory. One song before I go, glory. One song to leave behind. Find one song, one last refrain, glory. Here we go, see? The first one, wasted opportunity. One song, he had the world at his feet. Glory in the eyes of a young girl. A young girl. Find glory beyond the cheap colored lights. One song before the sun sets. Glory on another empty life. Time dies, time dies. In a song that rings true, truth like a blazing fire, an eternal flame. Find one song, a song about love, glory from the soul of a young man, a young man. Find the one song before the virus takes hold, glory like a sunset. One song to redeem this empty life. Time flies, and there's no need to Just, well, long story short, fast forwarding, because, you know, whatever God, whatever's up there plays tricks on you. So I go on this audition for Rent, and recently, and I go in and I sing not that song. And they say to me, would you be interested in playing any other parts? And I was like, I guess, what part do you want to play? And I said, Mark, because I was not singing that song. So they said, would you be interested in another part? And I said, maybe, I don't know, we could see, I don't know what you have in mind. And then I get an email and it says, can you come for a callback and will you sing One Song Glory? So I did, and this September in Jersey, Union County Performing Arts Center, you have to come see Brent, Roger. And thank you. And Mimi is here. Taylor is here somewhere. My Mimi is here. She's right there. I'll know the words perfectly, I promise. I promise. All right. So in this weird, wild world that you live in when you're singing and auditioning and acting, and we'll get to all of that later. That's the finale of the show. But when you get to all of that, there's like this word that comes up and you try to have to kind of find out who you are and like what people see you as. So it's been kind of hard because I don't really know how to answer that question. I think a lot of the people here that are actors struggle with who are I, when am I, what am I supposed to do, what is my type, what is my look, all of this fun stuff. So a lot of the times I get this word that I don't really know what that means, and I take it as a compliment, and it's quirky. So a lot of people say you're quirky. So I'm going to do the quirky song now. I'm going to do the quirky song, but I need a little bit of assistance. So hold on one second. We're going to work the quirk as they say it. Oh, I wish you could meet my girlfriend who lives in Canada. She couldn't be sweeter. I wish you could meet her, my girlfriend who lives in Canada. Her name is Alberta. She lives in Vancouver. She cooks like my mother and sucks like a Hoover. I email her every single day. It's a pity she lives so far away. I just want to make sure that everything's okay in Canada. Last week she was here, but she had the flu. It's too bad, because I wanted to introduce her to you. I'm so sad. There wasn't a thing that she could do but stay in bed with her legs up over her head. I wish you could meet my girlfriend, but you can't because she is in Canada. I love her, I miss her, I can't wait to kiss her, so soon I'll be off to Alberta. I mean Vancouver. Her name is Alberta. She lives in she's my girlfriend, my wonderful girlfriend. Yes, I have a girlfriend who lives in Canada. I can't say it because my family is here, so we're not gonna shh. Look at the hi people upstairs. That's insane. Hi. What the heck? Gosh. All right. So back to the story though. I became so I was actually very lucky. I made a joke before about enrolling to become a teacher, but I did become a teacher, and I am a 5th and 6th grade teacher in North Bergen, New Jersey. Hello, Kennedy School. How are you, Kennedy School? So yes, I get to spend my day with 122 10 and 11-year-olds. It's been very fun. We're almost at 10 years, almost. And they teach me a lot more than I could really teach them because they see the world as it is, and they have a very, very right and wrong, black and white kind of way of seeing things. And so it's a privilege to be able to spend every day with them. So I'm very lucky because you get the summers off and you go home at 3-something, and you could do a lot of other things in your life and still have health insurance. So I'm very blessed for all of that. The struggle is real, I understand. So I like that. So something that I really have taught my students and try to teach them is not to make the same mistakes I did. I chickened out. You know, when I turned 18 years old, I tried to go in a different route. I was scared, and I didn't want to put myself out there. But I will tell you something, that when you are put on a quest in some kind of way, when you're born with something in you, it just is in you, and it never really goes away, ever. So
Even though we get to do all sorts of different things, you know, every time I would go see a show or a play or something, I would want to be there in some capacity, in some way. And I never knew, like, you don't know where you fit in, and is there room for you to do something creatively, and what does that mean, and can you make a living, and all these big, scary questions that we ask ourselves. But I started to go see shows, and, like, the house lights would go off, and I would get goosebumps, and then I would cry at every curtain call because I was jealous and envious, and I was is so enamored by by the people I was watching's fearlessness that they had something to say and they just did it and they jumped. So that is my message to my students every single year, is most likely to be themselves and to go for it, you know, take accountability and go be out there, no pun intended. Safe behind these windows and these parapets of stone, gazing at the people down below me. All my life I watch them as I hide up here alone, hungry for the histories they've shown me. All my life I've memorized their faces, knowing them as they will never know me. All my life I wonder how it feels to pass a day not above them, but part of them. And out there, living in the sun, give me one day out there. All I ask is one, to hold forever out there, where they all live unaware. What I'd give, what I'd dare, just to live one day out there. Among the millers and the weavers and their wives, through the roofs and gables I can see them. Every day they shout and scold and go about their lives, heedless of the gift it is to be them. If I was in their skin, I'd treasure every instant of their strolling by the sand. Taste the morning out there like ordinary men who freely walk about there just one day, and then I swear I'll be content with my share. Won't resent, won't despair. Old and bent, I won't care. I'll have spent one day out there. So if you dare to find me, look to the western sky. As someone told me lately, everyone deserves a chance to fly. And if I'm flying solo, at least I'm flying free. To those who knock me, take a message back from me. Tell them how I'm defying gravity. I'm flying high, defying gravity, and soon I'll match them in renown. And nobody in all of Oz, no wizard that there is or was, is ever gonna bring me down. Bring me down.
hottest cars New York has ever seen. Dropping some of the hottest.
So I have a guilty pleasure, and I secretly really, really like hip-hop music, and I know you don't get that from my little thing. So, yes, it's not a secret. So, it came in handy because when I decided that I was going to teach, I was still looking for jobs that I was going to do. So I applied for a wedding band, and there's this magazine called Steppin' Out, which Todd knows it. Hi, Todd. And it is this bars and clubs and all this stuff. And that was his thing back in the day. And maybe it's still. And they had an ad for a band. So there was a band called the Pulse Band, and they were playing at Empire City Casino, and the lead singer was named Charity Fondavilla, which is the perfect wedding band song. If you were having a wedding, you would hire Charity Fondavilla for your wedding. You know it. So what happened is Charity Fondavilla gave me a list of 50 songs. And they were going to make the audition that you were going to come in, and they were randomly going to pick 2 songs for you to sing. That was awful. So what happened is she thought she was going to be all slick. So she came in, and she was like, okay, the first song that you have to know is Fly Me to the Moon. And I was like, oh, okay. Fly Me to the Moon is easy song. And then she thought she was going to trick me by saying Jay-Z, and she picked Jay-Z's part in Crazy in Love. So I just was like, okay. So then I just turned around and I was like, Young Hove, y'all know the flow is loco. Young B and the ROC, OG, big homie, the one and only. I sick phonies, man, the pockets are fat like Tony Soprano, the rock handle like Van Sue. I shake phonies, man, can't get next to. Genuine article, I do not sing though. I sling though, if anything, I bling yo. Star like Ringo, war like Green Beret. Crazy, bring your whole set. Jay-Z in the range, crazy in the range. I can't figure him out, they're like, is he insane? Yes, sir, I'm cut from a different cloth. My texture is the best fur of chinchilla. The beer out chain smokers, how you think I got the name Hov? I've been real, the game's over. Fall back young, ever since the game's moved over to platinum. The game's been a rap one, like that, right? So yeah. And then they fired me, so that was my issue. That's true story. Okay, so we put together, I was thinking about, different things that we talked about family, and we talked about friends, and we talked about music and jobs and all that stuff. And then the other big common that everyone has in common is love. So we put together this very interesting love medley. And, love is, we've all been lucky to love. We've all been unlucky and lost. And it's universal, right? It's something we all can go through and understand together. So I put together this mix of music that goes through the different stages of love. It's a little wonky and fun. And let's give it a shot. We've never done it before, so this is the world premiere, Stages of Love medley. With Music Soul Child to start things off, because I love Never thought that we would ever be more than friends, but now I'm all confused, 'cause for you I have deeper feelings. Lately we gotta watch what I say, 'cause we take things personal nowadays. We used to laugh, now you get mad. Man, I just want my friend back, and my mind's gone half crazy, 'cause I can't leave you alone. And I'm wondering if it's worth me holding on. Said my mind's gone half crazy, 'cause I can't leave you, can't get you out of my system. And I'm wondering if it's worth me holding on. Like a fool, I went and stayed too long. Now I'm wondering if your love's still strong. Ooh, baby, here I am, signed, sealed, delivered, I'm yours. And the time I went and said goodbye, now I'm back and not ashamed to cry. Ooh, yeah, baby, here I am, signed, sealed, delivered, I'm yours, yeah. Here I am, baby, signed, sealed, delivered, I'm yours. Here I am, baby, signed, sealed, delivered, I'm yours. You were here before, couldn't look you in the eyes. You're just like an angel. Your skin makes me cry. You float like a feather in a beautiful world. I wish I was special. You know that you're special, but I'm a creep. I'm a weirdo. What the hell am I doing here? I don't belong here. Don't care if it hurts. I wanna have control. I want a perfect body. I want a perfect soul. I want you to notice me when I'm not around. You're so special. I wish I was special. Hey, oh no, 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 but I'm a creep. I'm a weirdo. What the hell am I doing here? I don't belong here. I don't belong here. What kind of fool am I who never fell in love? It seems that I'm the only one that I have been thinking of. What kind of man is this? An empty shell, a lonely cell in which an empty heart must dwell. every kiss that whispered empty words of love that left me alone like this. Why can't I fall in love like any other man? And maybe then I'll know what kind of fool I am. What kind of clown am I? Do I know of life? Can I cast away this mask of play and live my life? What kind of lips are these? And eyes that could not see, could be seen by almost everyone but me. What kind of clown am I? Or do I know of life? Why can't I cast away this mask of play and live my life? Why can't I fall in love till I don't give a damn? And maybe then I'll know what kind of fool. You know I'm such a fool for you. You've got me wrapped around your fingers. Why'd you let it linger? Do you have to? Do you have to? So I just want to give a really big thank you to everybody who's here tonight. I am really, beyond incredibly lucky to be surrounded by this amazing amount of people from all walks of my life, the many lives that I lead and live every day in Jersey and New York, and all my friends from New York, and all of the teachers and friends and family and everybody that is here. It's beyond, it's beyond overwhelming. So from the bottom of my heart, I really say thank you. For all of these years and all the ups and downs of life and all the support that you guys have given me, and you guys have saved me more than I'll ever be able to express. So this song is my thank you to all of you. When I think of those Eastern nights, muggy nights, the curtains drawn in a little room downstairs. Prima donna, Lord, you know you should have been there, sitting like a princess perched in her electric chair. It's one more beer, and I don't hear you anymore. We've all gone crazy lately, my friends out there. rolling round the basement floor. Someone saved my life tonight, Sugar Bear. You almost had your hooks in me, did you, dear? You nearly had me roped and tied. Altar bound, hypnotized, sweet freedom whispered in my ear. You're a butterfly, and butterflies are free to fly. Fly away, high away, bye-bye. Never realized the passing hours of evening showers, slip noose hanging in my darkest dream. Stranded by a haunted social scene, just a pawn outplayed by diamond-hitting. It's 4 o'clock in the morning, damn it, listen to me good. I'm sleeping with myself tonight, sick and tired, thank God my music's still alive. Someone saved my life tonight, Sugar Bear. Almost had your hooks in me, did you, dear? You nearly had me roped and tied. Altar bound, hypnotized, sweet freedom whispered in my ear. You're a butterfly, and butterflies are free to fly. Fly away, high away. If you don't mind for a minute.
We're gonna just go to church for 1 second here in a minute.
You are my friends. I never knew it till then. My friends. You hold my hands. You might not say a word, but I see your tears when I show my pain. Yeah. Oh no 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 no. You are my friends. Da 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 da.
Thank you. Okay, so when I was coming up with this idea, there's a story as to why I'm here and how this all came about. And half of you I know because I grew up with you and you're my family and my friends, and the other half are some people that I've met over the past few years. And there's a story to be told about how this all came to be. And before I tell you the story, I think we should see a little bit of a video. The proceeds of this today are going to a charity called the Uganda Project, and they're run by two people who I know, and I'd like to introduce them to you. Their name's Matt and Griff. Here's a video of them and what they do so that you get a better idea, and I'll see you in like a couple of minutes. So take a peek to know where the money today's going and what you're supporting tonight. Besides me, you're helping support these kids, so thank you so much.
Hi, my name is Griffin. Got invited to go to Uganda in 2005. My first week there, I met a group of teenagers. They were out of school, their parents had died. I spent an afternoon with them, and that afternoon turned into the next afternoon, which turned into the next afternoon, and I saw them every day for 6 weeks. It ended up forging a really, really beautiful relationship between us. I went back to New York City and decided that I had to raise money for their educations. I had to get them back in school. The 1 year turned into this next year, and the next year, and the next year, and the next year. We got to a point when the United States economy collapsed. We were doing so well, and then all of a sudden it just fell out. We couldn't afford to send them to school. Enter Matt Gould.
Hey, my name's Matt Gould.
Matt was just asking me all these questions.
And I was like, why are you doing this?
Why are you, fighting for these kids? Why do you care?
And I hit record on my GarageBand, and Griffin just started talking about all the things that people in our generation talk about, which is that we want to make a difference. We want to find a way to do something good in the world. We want our work and our lives to have meaning.
Unbeknownst to me, he was recording the whole conversation, which I think is illegal.
And I took the recording and chopped it up and started sort of writing music around it.
He played it back for me the following day. I heard my words back at me, and I was like, whoa.
So I was like, what if we just write a musical about these kids and about this nonprofit, and let that be the way that we try to generate money?
So that's what we did. We put together a 20-minute benefit. After the first show, people were weeping. I was like, what's happening?
People were coming up to us sobbing and just saying, this is my story. This is the story of my life.
All these people just had all these stories about their experiences trying to change the world and how difficult it was. Finally, we were saying it on stage, and as soon as we started telling the truth of what the story of Uganda Project was, people started responding, and people were coming up to us and saying, what can I do? I want to help.
I think it's important that as young artists that we step up and say no, I do have something to say, and it does matter. What I have to say matters, and the work that we're doing matters, because it's changing people's lives, and it's changing our lives, and it does have the potential to create a better world.
The kids in Uganda are amazing. Throughout the years, it's been amazing to watch them grow up and to watch education really change their lives and change the trajectory of their lives. We've had students that started in high school and really just had really, really poor grades and could barely speak English and whatnot. And now, they're graduating from university.
They're actually able to have control over their lives. Kids who didn't have light bulbs in their houses can now fix computers. That's amazing. So Witness Uganda was originally created to help the nonprofit in its greatest time of need. And even today, as the piece has continued to grow and be performed all over the world at this point, it's still doing that. And that's the amazing thing about it, that no matter where this piece has gone, no matter who it's gone in front of, and no matter how big it ultimately grows, we will always stay true to the idea that it is meant to teach, to inspire, and to help.
I feel like I'm on The Price is Right back here. Let's make a deal. So what ended up happening is, here's the story. And I've been waiting to tell this story. It's a fun story for me to tell because I love this story. I was going to see a bunch of plays, and I randomly went to TDF Window, and I heard in the New York Times about a show called Invisible Thread. And what happened is I went and bought a ticket by myself and watched the show at Second Stage. And the music, I was like, whoa, what is this show? What is this story? And I went home, and I thought about it. And then the next day I thought about it. And I was looking for something to do, other than teach, something fun, like kayaking. and I was talking to my brother,
and my brother was like, why don't you go to act or sing? And I looked up the Little Red Schoolhouse, which is in Oradell, New Jersey. They do community theater, and they were doing the play A View from the Bridge. The View from the Bridge. And I sent an email, and they cast me without even meeting me. And my brother gave me the best advice ever. My brother turned to me and he said, Robert, I'm surprised he hasn't yelled something obnoxious at me yet. He said, Robert, he said, Robert, if you walk into a room, if you don't even go into a room and they offer you a job like that, you can probably do a little bit better. Not that there's anything wrong with the community, but he was like, you may want to think about, like, maybe you want to try, like, it would be a shame if you gave up before you tried. So I go see this play, and I'm thinking about it and thinking about it and thinking about it. And then I read on theatermania.com this article about up-and-coming theater people, and it lists their Twitter handles of Matt and Griff. Now, I don't tweet. The only follower I have on Twitter is somebody that I need to give a gigantic thank you to. I have a couple now, but Kyle, who's been working the camera over here, can we give Kyle a shout out for the camera? Thank you, Kyle. I love you to pieces, Kyle. Thank you for filming all of this and bringing all of this. He was the first person that followed me. I still had the picture of the egg, the default egg. I don't know, is it an egg when you start Twitter? I don't know. I didn't have any tweets or followers, nothing. So I sent Griffin a tweet, and I don't know why. I just sent it. And I said, congratulations on all you did. I saw your show, and I wish I could be a part of something like that. And I was in the bathroom brushing my teeth, and a noise came out of my phone that I never heard of before, because apparently that's the Twitter notification noise. And I looked, and he said, it's not about dreaming it, it's about doing it. And I said, oh. And I tweeted back and said, well, I would sweep the floor because I just would like to be a part of something. And then I randomly said, do you know anyone who can give me vocal lessons? I haven't sung in a long time. And he said, hold on. And then I got a private message from Matt, and Matt was like, if you want to send me if you're singing, I would be more than happy to take a look at it. A week later, I was at their house, and we spent a year building some of this show, and putting together an audition book, and getting headshots, and doing all sorts of stuff. They are very kind and were very generous to me. They've invited me to their workshops and into their shows, and I annoy them and email them and text them all the time. And they are always kind enough to get back to me to this day. So a lot of people, when they talk to me about weight and losing weight and stuff like that, the company and the people that helped me lose weight, like Jesse is the #1 person. He was here. He was the person who's been moving the longest. Robbie's here. The people here from the company that helped me do that, Matt and Griff, recommended me to them. And I was sitting there with them one day, and Matt said, what are you doing this summer? And I said, I'm not teaching summer school this year. And he said, why don't you go to acting school? And I said, acting school? I have 2 master's degrees in education. And he is, not to be a name dropper, but they have fancy friends, and they wrote to Eden Espinosa of Wicked fame and Broadway fame, and she texted him back and said, I went to William Esper, and they have a 6-week program. And Matt was like, that's a fun thing to do this summer. It's better than summer school. Join Esper. Go for 6 weeks. And my plan was to go for 6 weeks, and then 2 years and change, we just finished, a bunch of us here just finished 2 years together under our teacher, which is Barbara Marchant, who's over here. And she has literally, I know, changed all of us, but she has hundreds of thousands of students that entertain you all over the world on films and TV screens and stages everywhere. So it was a real honor and privilege for me to study with her and with the class. And it all goes back to that tweet. It's crazy to me. It's so crazy. So a lot of the people I've met are all from that one little moment. So they can't be here because Griffin is in LA and they just adopted a baby. And Matt is debuting his play Lempicka at Williamstown Music Theater Festival next week. And so that's a very big deal, and they're literally in Tech Week this week. But they sent their love and support for the show. And I would like to sing one of their songs for you now. It's called Invisible Thread, because there's a thread that brings us all together, and all of us in this room right now, and it's never lost on me. So thank you guys so much. There's a long invisible thread that wraps around my heart and wraps around your head, tightens its grip when things go unsaid and I can't break free. Let go, let me, little boy, break free. Leave him out on his own. Let him find his way home. Can't take all this pain on your shoulders. Only weighs you all down when you're older. Let him run, let him fly. If you love him, then don't cry tonight. Let him learn all he can, so when he comes home to you, he'll be a better man. There's a long invisible thread that wraps around my heart and wraps around your head, tightens its grip when things go unsaid and I can't break free. Lord above, can you hear my prayers? You know the answer, that make me aware how to still love him and how to still care and how to stay strong when I wanna be over there. Do I run? Do I fly? How can I love him? Keep my eyes dry. Do I learn all he can, so when he comes home to me, I'll be a better man? There's a long invisible thread that wraps around my heart and wraps around your head, tightens its grip when things go unsaid and I can't break free, and I can't break free. No, I can't break free. Before we say goodnight, just a couple of things. I want to thank Robbie from Indefined for this shirt, because I love their clothing line so much. The money that from their clothing line goes to support arts in New York City public schools, and they have all these shirts that say like fear crossed out, hate crossed out, and all this fun stuff, and they're great. So thank you very much to him. I really, really appreciate it. I love their clothes, and I want to give a shout out to Martinique is somewhere, because she graduated high school, and I want to, and I've been with her. Her and her family, I have been with her every Saturday for 8 years. She walked into 5th grade, and I walked into 5th grade as a teacher at the same time. And I watched her grow up, and she graduated last month from high school. So I want to say congratulations here to you, because you've worked so hard. I got to set that and make sure I say that. And really, when I look out and see everybody from my people I eat lunch with every single day at Kennedy School, to friends that have known me since I'm born, to my cousins, to my aunts and uncles, to my friends of my family, to every single person that has come here and supported me tonight, it is beyond, there are no words, it's beyond overwhelming. Seriously, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. I can only thank you, I really. So, we put together another little medley, because I think they're fun. And I have ADD, and like 4 minutes of one song drives me crazy. I'm like, is this song over yet? So we put together this little medley about songs that, there's a lot of songs about home, and we put this medley together, and I want to say thank you so much for making me feel at home throughout my whole life and supporting me and being there for me. And home is really something inside. So find what feels good for you and go out there and do it and be fearless and jump, because you just take one step and then a whole crazy path opens up in front of you, and it's all gonna be okay no matter what, I promise. So thank you so much for being here tonight with me, and I hope to see you real soon. A chair is still a chair, even when there's no one sitting there. But a chair is not a house, and a house is not a home when there's no one there to hold you tight, and no one there you can kiss goodnight. A room is still a room, even when there's nothing there but gloom. But a room is not a house, and a house is not a home when the two of us are far apart, and one of us has a broken heart. Now and then I call your name, and suddenly your face appears, but it's just a crazy game, and when it ends in tears. Darling, have a heart. Don't let one mistake keep us apart. I'm not meant to live alone. Turn this house into a home when I climb the stairs and turn the key. I got my eyes on you. Everything that I see, I want your heart, love, and emotion endlessly. I can't get over you. You left your mark on me. I want your heart, love, and emotion endlessly. 'Cause you're a good girl and you know it. You act so different around me, yeah. Oh, you're a good girl and you know it. You know exactly who you can be. Just hold on, we're going home. Just hold on, we're going home. It's hard to do these things alone. Just hold on, we're going home, home. Another winter day, has come and gone away. In Paris and Rome, I wanna go home. Ooh. Maybe surrounded by a million people, I still feel all alone. I wanna go home. I miss you, you know. And I've been keeping all the letters that I wrote to you, each one a line or two. I'm fine, baby, how are you? I would send them, but I know that they're just not enough. My words are cold and flat, and you deserve more than that. When I think of home, I think of a place where there's love overflowing. I wish I was home. I wish I was back there. The things I've been knowing, wind that makes the tall trees lean into leaning. Suddenly, the snowflakes that fall have a meaning, sprinkling the sea, makes it all clear. Maybe there's a chance for me to go back now that I've found my direction. It would sure be nice to be back home where there's love and affection. Just maybe I can convince time to slow up. Maybe I'll have enough time in my life to grow up. Time, be my friends, let me start again. Suddenly my world's gone and changed its place, but I know where I'm going. I have had my mind spun around in space, and I've watched it growing. Oh, if you're listening, God, please don't make it hard to see the things that should really be. Tell us, should we run away? Should we try and stay? Or would it be better just to let things be? Living here in this brand new world might be a fantasy, but it taught me to love, and that's real, real to me. And I've learned that you must look inside your heart to find a world full of love like yours, like mine, yeah, like home, home, like home. John Urban on piano, everybody. We're gonna clap and sing along with me. You can stand. We could 1-2 step together. All right. Do what you do. You. Thank you, Marina was joining us. me a joker, call me a fool. Right at this moment I'm totally cool. Clear as a crystal, sharp as a knife. I feel like I'm in the prime of my life. Sometimes it feels like I'm going too fast. I don't know how long this feeling will last. Maybe it's only tonight. Darling, I don't know why I go to extreme. Too high or too low, there ain't no in between. You can be sure when I'm gone, I won't be out there too long. Darling, I don't know why I go to extremes. Sometimes I'm tired, sometimes I'm shocked. Sometimes I don't know how much more I got. Maybe I'm headed over the hill. Maybe I set myself up for the kill. Tell me, how much do you think you can mend until this heart in you starting to mend? Sometimes it feels like it will. Darling, I don't know why I go to extremes. Too high or too low, there ain't no in between. You can be sure when we're gone, I won't be out there too long. Darling, I don't know why I go to extremes. Out of the darkness, into the light, leading the scene of the crime. Either I'm wrong or I'm perfectly right every time. Sometimes I lie awake night after night, falling apart at the seams, eager to leave, ready to fight. Why do I go to extremes? Once again to the Triad, thank you so much. To you all, thank you so much. To John on piano, he's the best. I can't thank you enough for coming. I'll see you all real soon. God bless you, thank you. To be continued. Finish that business, everybody. Time to finish that business. Good night.